Hello everybody, I'm Jandre. I hope you're doing well. So today we are going to make the running stitch. I showed you last time how to do the back stitch. Like over here, that is the back stitch, okay? Now, you can also make a knot like I did for this purpose. And at the back, you lift up your needle from the back and you will see there's a space, okay? You will see a space which is the same length of the first stitch, okay? But sometimes you don't need to do exactly the same space. You can make it smaller for a different effect, or you can make it bigger for a different effect, and then you make the stitch smaller. But for now, we're just going to make everything more or less the same. I'm using my embroidery hoop. You don't need to use an embroidery hoop to practice. But when you're doing embroidery, it's handy to have it. But when you're sewing, you don't need to do that. Okay, I'm going to make the space smaller now. And I'm also going to make the stitch smaller. Okay, let me just get this little knot out here. So you can use any kind of fabric to practice on. And you can draw some lines like I did. And I use a pen that a washable. It's a washable pen. So I will wash it out and there will be no lines. Or you can use a marker to draw the lines. This is just for you to practice on. But when you're going to use it on your real item, be careful what kind of a marker you will use. So I'm going to make a bigger stitch now. And I'm going to make a smaller space. It's always a little bit difficult when you have to record and do the actual stitches. But you can see the space is smaller. This is the running stitch. Now I want to show you how I do it without an embroidery hoop. So I made my knot already. You get a piece of fabric for this as well and practice. From the bottom to the front. Okay, I'm not going to draw any lines. The same principle. And I'm going to use the same length. about 4 millimeter. This is ordinary thread. This is not embroidery floss. Now what I normally do, I will do my running stitches like this when I'm doing sewing. In and out. I want to show you what happens when I am going to pull it in. Then I will be making gathers, a gathering stitch. Just look here, and to get a lovely effect. When you sew, you will use this for perhaps the waistband. Many people used to do hand sewing back in the days, and they use running stitches to make the garments. Okay, now if you want to end off, you can just make a, I'm just going to go until here. A double stitch, or you can go through the back and make a loop. I like to make 2 loops. There are different ways of ending depending on what kind of project you're busy with. Okay, now I want to show you how you can make a little flower using running stitch. I will make a knot again. This is a piece of ribbon that looks like 1.5 millimeter, and I will make my knot. I cinched the edges with flame so it doesn't come apart or fray. So I will do this running stitch at the end edge. Make it small, tiny ones, and I keep the space and the stitch the same. So I'm pulling it in. You will use the same color thread as the fabric or the ribbon, and I pull it in. What I do then, I take my needle to where I started, and there I feel a little flower using the running stitch. You end it off securely here. Cut it off there. And you can put any embellishment here. You can just glue this on or sew a button on. I just want to show you quickly what you can do with the running stitch. You can do a decorative stitch on your face cloth this was running stitch. I'm going to still continue finishing it here. Just wanted to show you what you can do with a running stitch. There are many uses for the running stitch, and there is an embroidery, a special embroidery that Japanese people used in the past that just uses running stitch. I cannot get to the name now, start with an S. I hope the video was helpful for you learning the running stitches, and please come back later. I want to show you more hand stitches that will be really useful for you for making your clothes or fixing your clothes or just doing embroidery. So stay blessed everybody. Goodbye.